Good morning, hockey fans. This is Steven Heisler with JuniorHockey.io. What else? Victoria's Hockey Company, the Junior Hockey Discussion Group on Facebook. You are watching the Junior Hockey Morning Show. We are on the World Sports Broadcasting Network, WSBN.TV, Facebook, X, YouTube, and of course, you can catch it in the discussion group most days. Today is Friday, October 25th, 2024. And today we're going to go through the 5 ways to really unimpress a coach, disappoint a coach. All right. So when you are in the evaluation process, and you can be in season, you can be in preseason, you can be at a camp. Coaches and teams are always looking for the next big thing. They're always looking for what player is going to come in next season and have an impact. What kid's going to come in and be able to play a role on their team. Coaches want to win. They always want to improve. And they always want to make sure they're putting the right ingredients into the soup. Can't have too much protein, can't have too much vegetables, can't have too much salt, can't have too much heat. It's all about the chemistry, all about the equation to put together a good team. So let's go through the 5 things. You can also read a lot of this on the JuniorHockey.io site this morning, but we'll go through my loose interpretation of the 5 items. Number 5, a bad presentation. How do you walk into the rink? What are you wearing? How are you presenting yourself? Are you walking in with the boys and dropping an F-bomb every 3rd word? Are you walking in like a professional? You got a nice shirt on, nice pair of slacks, nice dress shoes. You look sharp going into the rink. You look like you're supposed to be there. You look like you're there to take care of business. And listen, I don't care if you're doing this at a game or at a practice, it doesn't matter. I know practice. Who cares about practice? You never know when there's going to be a scout there to watch your practice. You never know who's going to be in the building or who's watching on Live Barn. Yeah, Live Barn's not going to watch you walking into the building, but somebody may be there. So you have to go through your hockey career, especially at the developmental stages, thinking and anticipating that there could be a coach or a scout watching you. So go into the building, think of that. Go into your night before thinking about that. You should treat every practice as it is a game. Your level of intensity, how much sleep you get the night before, how much water you're drinking, how are you going to fuel for that practice. Be prepared. Bad presentation also happens between the red lines. How are you acting on the ice? Number 4, body language. Hear this every day. He's got bad body language. He has excellent body language. What does that mean? How do you react after something positive happens? How do you react after something negative happens? Those are the 2 things that really affect body language. How do you react to the coach when he has something negative to say? Hey, you need to work on this. You didn't pick up the guy. You missed your assignment. Whatever those discussions are, how is your reaction? Do you take it negatively or you take it as an instructional moment? How do you handle the positives? How do you react after scoring a goal? How do you react after an opponent scores a goal? How do you react if you don't get credited for a goal and you're on the line, but maybe you made the assist to beforehand, but it went to somebody else? How do those things react to you? Number 3, retaliation. This is a big one. You get hit late. A stick goes up a little high. And instead of skating off, you do something stupid, causing your team to be on the penalty kill instead of the power play. How do you react in those situations? Are you mad when you get moved from the second line to the fourth time? Are you sulk? Do you want to get even with the guy who took your spot? Those are all things that upset a coach that's watching you. Number two, communication with the coach. This is a big one. How do you communicate with your coach? Do you do it directly? Do you do it indirectly? We had a player earlier in the season, a rookie, make the mistake of answering a rhetorical question at the North American Hockey League level. Coach came in the room between the second and third periods and decided to ask a question. Who's going to step up? Who's going to be the guy? Third period, the kid goes out. And first of all, in that discussion, unknowingly, he said, Coach, I'll do it. Coach looked at him kind of weird. Okay. Walks out. During the third period, kid tries to create spark, tries to create opportunities, doesn't capitalize on anything, doesn't bury one in the back of the net. Goalie was hot that night. After the game, he gets yelled at. Don't answer the question. What? It was a rhetorical question. You don't answer it. You're a rookie. You have no business trying to ring the bell, trying to answer the call. Do your job. Shut up. Okay. Coaches are different across the board. How they react, what they say. They're looking for a reaction. Be sure that you are in tune with that coach. It's difficult. It's hard to read those guys. They're frustrated. They expect a lot. And really, their jobs are on the line with each W and L. So understand that. Next, something's going on. What's going on? Craziness. We got, what was that?
My alarm.
Your alarm went off. Hope anybody heard that. Tommy's alarm went off. Number one, speak for yourself. Do not let mom and dad do it for you. Okay. The expectation at the AAA level, maybe at 16s and younger, maybe mom and dad can speak for you. Sometimes. Once you get to the 17 team or the 18 team, you got to talk for yourself. At the junior level, you certainly have to talk for yourself. As an advisor, I may communicate with the coach, depends on who it is, sometimes once a month, sometimes 3 or 4 times a day. Just depends on the situation, what my relationship is with that coach. One thing I do not do is speak for you. That's up to you. I will tell the coach that you have to have a conversation with him. Here's the outline of what it's going to be. And a lot of times that coach is also a client to some extent. I'm mentoring the coach. So I may know what's going on both sides of the conversation. But the conversation has to happen. It's a learning process for a young coach, and it's certainly a learning process for a young player. A player in his second or third year or fourth year of junior hockey, I don't have to coach the player on how to have the conversation. That's already been done. But in these situations, we need for the players that go into those conversations well armed with information, well armed with a train of thought, and to have an idea of what he really wants to say. Never walk into the room to speak with a coach hot. Don't walk in angry. Think about what you're going to say before you say it. Understand the consequences of that statement, negative and positive. You may not get what you want, or you may get exactly what you want and it not be exactly what you thought. Be careful with that. Lately, a lot of players are pushing for school. Hey, I need to go to school. Coach, what are you doing for me? The automatic response from that is, player, what are you doing for yourself? If you're expecting that team or coach to reach out to college teams on your behalf, you're barking up the wrong tree. If you're a 20-year-old and you haven't been very active in that process until now, you got a problem. You got the work to do yourself, a lot of work to do yourself. Can't depend on the junior team and do it for you. A lot of that should have been done really your first year, junior, between your junior and senior year of high school. That work has to be started. You have to be identified, and you want those college coaches to know who you are long before your 20 bomb season. All right, folks. Side note, we're going through some things with our family. My mom went into the hospital earlier in the week. It's been decided that she's going to go into palliative care, into hospice now. So it's been an interesting week for my family. If you pray, we ask that you do so for us and for her really well-being and comfort in her last days. It would be appreciated. Other than that, hope that you enjoy the games this weekend. Hope that you enjoy your morning coffee and have an absolutely great day and weekend in hockey.